Good day, Ma'am Arlene Carmen. My name is Maria Jilin Torres Hermosilia, and this is my final requirement, an interview. Language is any formal system of gestures, signs, sounds, and symbols used or conceived as a means of communicating thought. It is ultimately important because it is the primary means through which humans have the ability to communicate and interact with one another. For this activity, I interviewed people and observed how they speak, what language they used, and what factors have influenced their choice of language. During the interview, I asked questions related to their lifestyle and COVID 19. So, without further ado, let's listen and check their answers.
Ako po si John Mark Jesus, 18 years old, grade 12 sa Masbate National Comprehensive High School.
Ako po si G.R. Humuralin, 18 years old, nag-aral po sa Osmeña College, Masbate.
Grade level.
Grade 11.
My name is Genevieve D. Lario. Ako po ay isang guro sa Pilipino dito sa Masbate National Comprehensive High School.
I am Rian Del Valle Mijares, and he is we have a child who is currently studying.
How were you as a student before the pandemic?
Before the pandemic, I was very competitive student, and we have a lot of groups in our surroundings. We do as what teachers say, and we cooperate as group. And this time of pandemic, we are now learning in online modalities and learn online modules that were making us stressed out.
Ito po akong ilang pinakasipan.
Differentiate your teaching life prior to the pandemic and now that there's one.
So, before, nung wala pang pandemic, siguro masasabi ko noon na ingay, mas kailangan ng energy palagi, araw-araw, kasi yung mga bata, tuturuan ng face-to-face, at kailangan palagi ka may energy sa harap nila pag nagtuturo ka. Talagang doble-doble ang pagod at hirap noon sa pagtuturo. Compared ngayon, kasi ngayon, hindi naman kailangan ng face-to-face, walang mga batang kailangan bantayan. So, less ang energy, pero double effort pa rin kasi nga mas mahirap na ngayon kontakin yung mga bata, lalo na yung mga nasa malayong lugar, yung pag-retrieve ng mga answer, yung mga kulang-kulang na mga outputs nila, mas lalong mahirap kasi nga hindi naman sila inaalaw ng school na pumasok dito. Minsan din pahirapan pa pag-contact sa kanila, attended yung mga cellphone, hindi makagila, mahirap. Parang feeling ko mas mahirap sa pagtuturo yung ngayong sitwasyon kasi hindi mo agad sila makakausap kung anong problema nila, hindi makakapasa ng outputs kumpara noon kung saan araw-araw sila pumapasok. Pagpasok nila, kung may kulang sila ng output, pwedeng pumapasagot agad, meron na agad ng output kumpara sa ngayon. Kaya para sa akin, mas gusto ko pa rin naman yung face-to-face. Pero, mas gusto ko din na maging safe yung mga bata.
Describe your lives as parents before and during the pandemic.
Before pandemic, ginapabayaan lang naman si Red. Inano niya hinuon sa academic. Kung gusto niya magkata sa classmate niya para halimbawa may practice, kasi mga performance,
pwedeng lumabas. May bawal lumabas.
Sa classroom ay batas.
That fixed my life. I'm bored in the house and we are prohibited to go out when to the city when we want to, and we can in our family do not have cannot sustain our needs because of lack of jobs, and they are jobless, and that's all.
Sa nagka-pandemic na, kasi ano siya, gipili namin sa yan modular, kay lalo pa na ang internet connection, hindi na siya stable. Ay modular siya, parent, ako na ako sa module, realizer, nagpakabot, ako pa ng sila yung task, tapos, hindi lang niya mansiran, minsan naulitan, pero minsan, ano na lang, ginaintindi na lang din, kasi, siguro ginatama din siya kay, walang passive learning kasi walang interaction between sa teacher kag sa classmates.
What have you observed with his behavior, with his study behavior? Is there a difference between
Since you mentioned
with
that
his
your
study
child
behavior
was
before
fond of
during the
playing
pandemic?
mobile
Well,
games,
before
what
pandemic,
actions did you take to
he is
make him
more
focus more
active,
on his studies?
while sa nagka-pandemic na medyo nalas din na niya interest. Kasi mas damuan time niya magganang sa ML. Pag hindi naman napansin kayo, pag hindi nakakabayaan niya niya kaya niya module, ay rakmod.
What actions do you take so that your child will focus more on his studies rather than playing mobile games?
I suggest na pag ma-ML siya during night time, pero dili man too much. Halimbawa, mga hanggang 11 lang. Kaya pag hapon, kasi pag aga nagabulig mo siya sa household chores. Pagka kahapon, ginaano ko sa yan oras na dapat amin mag-module.
Challenges this time of pandemic. Siguro, bukod sa mga pahirapan ng mga estudyante, siguro yung mga reports din, kasi mas dumami, kasi nga minomonitor talaga na division office yung mga trabaho ng bawat teacher. So, parang mas dumami yung mga reports na kailangan gawin para mas ano pa talaga yung pagtuturo, mapalawak pa yung scope ng pagtuturo dahil na limitado yung galaw ng mga tao ngayon at kailangan hindi tawag ito, hindi tayo palaging nasa labas or hindi tayo palaging kakausap ng mga maraming tao. So, aside from the work, syempre sa personal na buhay, marami ding challenges like limitado na yung mga gatherings, hindi na pwede yung mga meeting na pangmalakihan. So, lahat ngayon ay online na. So, mga challenges ngayon, lalo na kung mga online, di ba palaging brownout, palaging mahina yung internet connectivity. So, yun yung mga biggest challenge ngayon para sa akin.
What are the challenges that you encounter while studying during this time of pandemic?
I encountered being behind the school and my work and activities because of modules.
Most workers right now, like us, are following the alternative work arrangement. How do you balance your life and
a
work
lot of
during your work time?
unexplained lessons that were given to us. And yes, that's it.
Alternative work arrangement is one of the scheme that we're following in reporting to work. So, how do you balance your life now that work does happen as well? at
So how do I
comfortable
balance
home.
my work, especially during work from home? Kung halimbawa duty kami dito sa school, talagang trabaho kung trabaho, 7 to 11:30, 1 to 5, trabaho yan. So pagdating sa bahay, hindi na ako nagdadala ng trabaho kasi nga, usually pag duty kami dito, nagagawa ko naman lahat ng trabaho ko dito sa school. Pero kung work from home kami, during work from home, I see to it that kung ano yung allotted time din na working hours na para kung mag-duty din kami sa school na parang nandun din kami sa school. So halimbawa, mga 8 ako magsisimula mag-work, 8 to 12, mga ganun. And then lunch break, and then 1 to 5 din. Pareho din naman. Kasi kung i-exceed naman natin yun, masama naman, di ba? So, kung halimbawa, ano yung allotted time mo lang na task ngayong araw, halimbawa, checking of outputs ka lang ngayong araw, or may gagawin kang mga reports, yun lang muna yung focusan mo. Kasi, kung magtatrabaho tayo, late at nights pa, mababurn out na tayo agad. So, kinabukasan, wala na tayong lakas para gumawa pa ng mga task natin na allotted para dun sa araw na yun, di ba? So, dapat, importante talaga yung magbabalance ang ating time sa trabaho, at especially time sa ating family, no? Before, hindi ako nakakatulog masyado kasi nga maraming reports, lalo na nagsisimula pa ako nung mga earlier years as public teacher. Talagang hanggang early, mga midnight, talagang gising pa ako para magtrabaho. Pero ngayon, iniiwasan ko na yun kasi talagang nakaka-stress yun. So, yun, kailangan alamin mo muna yung oras at task na gagawin mo para mabalance mo yung mga gagawin, lalo na kung work from home ka at duty ka dito sa school.
I learned how to cope with small problems and the new normal system in our government that we need to follow. And I think it is a lesson to us that we need to follow the rules from our governments, and I learned how this deadly virus is very deadly, that it is not a joke. We need to kailangan nating magkaisa para makaraos.
Okay.
The silver lining, what's the silver lining for me of this pandemic? Siguro, ngayong nagkaroon tayo ng pandemic, marami akong na-realize, lalo na while staying at home. Isa na doon yung, syempre, yung pagkakaroon ng time for your family, na which hindi ko nagagawa noon. Face-to-face pa, may face-to-face pa, kasi nga palaging nandito sa school, palaging busy, palaging puro mga estudyante yung kaharap ko. Ngayon, yung nagka-pandemic, syempre, most of the time, kailangan nandun tayo sa bahay, hindi tayo lalabas, di ba? So, nagkaroon ako ng time para sa aking family, nakapag-family kami, at naka-create kami ng mga recreational activities para mas maging close pa kami sa family. Another is, syempre, time for myself, na kailangan talaga yung ating kalusugan ay ating pagpuunan ngayon ng pansin, lalo na dahil sa pagkalat nitong virus, kasi kailangan talaga pagtuunan natin ang kalusugan natin, kasi parang hindi na ito kumalat, di ba? Kung kalusog tayong lahat, wala naman ang virus na kakalat, di ba? So, importante din yung ating mental health. Yung ating mental health ay kasi importante ng ating physical health. So, dapat na pagpuunan ko ba yun ng pansin? At syempre, mas naging productive tayo ngayon kasi nga, lalo na sa bahay natin, diba? Naalagaan na natin ang ating mga pamilya, basta bibigyan na natin sila ng ito, ng pansin, yung mga plantito, basta tutuunan nila ng pansin yung kanilang mga halaman. At para sa akin, importante yun kasi nga, environment is also, plays also a very vital role in our health. Kasi kung puro pollution yung ating paligid, hindi naman tayo mabubuhay ng matagal, di ba? Nakapaligid sa atin ay pollution. So, importante din yung pagtuunan natin ng pansin ang kapaligiran.
The parents is not to be strict to their students kasi hindi rin naman nila kasalanan na ganyan yung scheme ng kanilang pag-aaral ngayon. So kung nahihirapan sila sa face to face, much more na nahihirapan sila sa modular or digital man. So better na wag palaging pagalitan kasi minsan pag palaging pinapagalitan yung mga bata, mas nai-stress sila at nawawalan tuloy ng gana. So better to reverse psychology para
Sana, huwag natin kalimutan na kahit meron tayo ngayon pandemic, nakaagapay pa rin sa inyo, yung inyong mga guro, yung inyong mga parents, para mas matuto kayo na. Hindi naman ibig sabihin na puro lang module yung ibigay sa inyo, puro lang papel, ay wala na kayong matututunan. Palagi yung isipin na lahat ng yan ay pinaghihirapan din ng inyo. Pareho ng paghihirap nila kapag kayo ay nasa face-to-face. Kaya sana, pahalagahan, pag-aralan, basahin ng mabuti, at isapuso lahat ng mga payo sa inyo ng inyong guro at ng inyong magulang dahil para din naman yan sa inyo. Ikabubuti at para sa inyong kapatid.
What advice would you give to your child?
Okay, my advice to my child is to
Our son.
enjoy niya na lang ang modular enjoy niya ang modular, dili-stressan sa diri niya. Basta kay may niya mo lang dapat ang mahimo kag may pass na nagpasakag. Dili isipon na work it modular. Dili niya mapaseryoso kay kumbaga, kung dili niya maseryoso masayang ginang bukit. So, enjoy lang niya.
The people whom I chose to interview are those that I know personally. The students I interviewed are my constant Wi-Fi customers. The parents and the teachers are both my close friends. Throughout the interview, I noticed a few things. The students were kind of shy as they speak since we didn't usually talk to each other. The shyness that they felt has effect on how they answered my questions. At times I had to do a retake since they wanted to compose answers first. On my close friends' responses, one could feel that they are at ease. They felt little to no pressure at all. That is why they comfortably answer my questions. For the language used, I believe that the environment where they are in has influenced their way of speaking. Knowing a little bit of their background made me conclude that school and workplace have impact to what language one uses. The teacher teaches Filipino, so one can hear Filipino words from her. The parents are both college graduate, so they mixed up the use of Tagalog, Minasbate, and Filipino, as well as English. Meanwhile, the students are starting to build confidence in using foreign language, and that might be influenced by the school where they are in right now. the student from Compre, though told to have the freedom to use vernacular, tried his best to speak in English. Indeed, the factors that influence the speaker's choice of language vary, and they include the context that surrounds the speaker, the age, gender, culture, and others. Very often, the choice of language is conscious, and the speaker can switch the language choice depending on such factors. That would be all. Thank you and good day, ma'am.